Hello. Hi, everyone. I am so excited and honored to be here at Summit with you today. Today, I'm going to talk with you about adding business partners to your Zyia business, specifically what to say and who to say it to. So, the fact that you are here today, soaking up all this knowledge, being a part of all this excitement, learning more about this company, tells me that you get it. You get what it means to be an entrepreneur. You get that this line of work is amazing and something that everybody should be a part of. You want to build your business, right? I mean, in this line of work, we get to set our own hours. We get to engage with, like-minded people. We have endless possibilities to dream big. I mean, the sky truly is the limit, right? And the being able to use your business as a vehicle to bless others. I could go on, and if I were in the room with all of you, which I so wish I could be, you would all be able to say all the reasons why you love this line of work, right? And then you have the fact that we have this genius business model in Zyia with wicked smart founders and leaders leading the way, doing everything they can to make this business succeed, not only succeed, but be the very best in the industry. We are a part of something amazing here. So we want to shout from the rooftops, right? You want to go outside and be like, come join my Zyia team, right? But how do we do that without making them turn around and walk the other way? Number one, you have to give off the right vibes. They, meaning your customers, your VIP group, your Instagram followers, your hostesses, they are watching you, whether they're clicking like, commenting, or not. They are watching you. What vibe are you giving off? What message are you sending out about your business? Are you even open for business? Are you that boutique down the street who sometimes is open and sometimes is not, and she doesn't post her hours and nobody ever knows? Don't be that business owner. Show up every single day. Be you. Give the vibe that you want that matches your goals with Zyia. And this doesn't mean you have to be perfect. The imperfect rep is way more relatable than the perfect rep. Just show up and give that vibe that you want to give off. That business partner is going to want to work with somebody that is positive, optimistic, like the vibe you want to get off. Number two is your mindset, okay? So recruiting is not about you. If the thought of recruiting kind of makes you want to throw up a little bit in your mouth, then you haven't shifted your mindset yet. It truly is not about you. This will take some reflecting on your part, and it'll take some research. You need to know about the company you work for, which is great. That's what you're doing here this weekend at Summit. You're learning all about Zyia, their history, what they stand for, the pillars, all of it's so great. And that's what you should be doing. You should be able to speak about your company. When did they start? How far have they come? Where are they going? And then you need to reflect on what Zyia has done for you. Has it helped you personally, financially, emotionally? What ways has it impacted your life? And if you're new and you don't have those experiences yet or those things to hang on to, that's when you use other people's stories. Soak it in. Listen to what others have said about their Zyia journeys. Because the more you know about the company, the more you can speak on how it has blessed other people, the easier it's going to be to add business partners to your team. The conversation is going to flow a lot better. This second piece, that mindset piece, is so important to me. I did not have that in my previous direct marketing business. I was really, really bad at recruiting. And it got to the point where I just chalked it up to that. I suck at recruiting. And I didn't even work on it anymore. I just thought it's not my jam. I'll just keep being a selling rock star. And that's the way it is. Don't let that be you. So my issue there was partly mindset, partly company. I truly believe with every bone in my body that you can do whatever you want with Zyia. You can make this whatever you want to make it if you dig your heels in, put your head down, and you do the work. I didn't necessarily have that with my other company. I couldn't look at her and say, girl, if you join, you could be this, you could do this. And we have that here. So soak all that in and be able to share that out. Don't make the mistakes that I made, because it's not a matter of being good or being bad. You just have to believe in what you're putting out, and you need to share it. So once you're giving off the right vibes on a day-to-day basis and you've got the right mindset, who do you ask? Who do you ask? This is where you're going to sound the alarms. You ask everyone. Here's the thing, you guys. We are selling what everyone is wearing. It's no secret that we're a part of something really, really big here. A few Sunday mornings ago, my husband and I woke up and the top news story was about activewear leisure wear spreading across the nation. Everybody is wearing what we are selling. It is the hottest thing right now, along with toilet paper, RVs, and freezers. Who doesn't want to own their own online boutique? Who doesn't want to clothe their family in great gear at a great price? And I love the fact that with Zyia, we're not selling a promise. We're selling a product. We're not saying, hey girl, hey guy, if you take this pill, you're going to lose 20 pounds. If you put this on your face, you are going to look 15 years younger. We're just selling a great product, you guys. And for me, and to me, that's an easier sell. It's easier for me to talk about this opportunity. Share the opportunity with somebody who loves Zyia. Share it with somebody who is active on your VIP page, or somebody who is always posting her Zyia items on your VIP page. Share it with somebody who is a positive person, an optimistic person. Share it with your hostesses. You guys, this one is a non-negotiable, and I'm sure you've heard it before, but we have to tell our hostesses that she has the option of purchasing the starter kit, or she can use her credits to buy a pair of leggings, joggers, and the go-to tee. It's like her going down the cart in the store, deciding what she wants to buy. She can buy the starter kit, or she can buy whatever she wants with her hostess credits. We have to give her that option. When you're checking out your hostess, the option is right there at the bottom of the screen. If you're not doing that yet, you need to start, because you are leaving something out that your hostess could gain. Share it with somebody who is active. Share it with somebody who loves clothes. You're sharing it with everybody. Share it with somebody who is older, who is younger. Share it with somebody who is not active. I'm not saying I wasn't an active person before, but at the point of my life where I wanted to get in with Zyia and join this company, I was only working out from home in my basement 30 minutes. I wasn't seeing anybody at the gym. I wasn't surrounded by people as I worked out. So I immediately thought I needed to be that person. I met with the business person in my small town, and I talked about starting fitness classes, starting to teach classes in our small town so that I could sell Zyia Active. You don't have to do that. You don't have to fit a certain mold. And we all know that now that we have all jumped into the company. But make sure she realizes that. She doesn't have to fit a certain mold to join us. We will take all types of women. So don't prejudge. I've heard it all. She doesn't need the money. She's older. She doesn't need another thing on her plate. She's too young. She would never want to do this. You don't know that. Every single gal on my team fits one of those molds that I just said. So do not prejudge. That's not our job. We need to share this with everybody. So we know the options are endless on who we can ask, because we're going to ask everyone. How do we start the conversation? What does that conversation look like? You get straight to the point. You don't beat around the bush. Hi, Amy. I'm so glad you joined my Zyia Active page. Have you ever thought about repping the line? I think you would love this. Can I send you some more information? Have you thought about doing what I do? Have you thought about repping Zyia? It's as simple as that. I personally do not overcomplicate that part. I simply put it out there and say, have you thought about this? Put that bug in her ear. You've started the conversation. Boom, that's it. If you got your phone out, you could do that right now. You could simply say, hey girl, I know you love your Zyia leggings. Have you thought about repping the line? Now this is the part where the apples come in. My favorite part. And I give major props to Blair Sells, Double Zyia Exec, for this awesome analogy that I came across over a year ago when I was on the Zyia Gals page. It was a video, I think, from the winter series. And if you haven't listened to a word that I've said this whole time, plug into this and share this with your teams. This has been a game changer for me. Again, I was not a good recruiter at all. And in the past year, I have totally shifted that in many ways. So, apples. You've got your rotten apples, you've got your red apples, and you have your green apples. Your rotten apples are your Aunt Matilda, who is like, oh my gosh, I would never buy from a direct sales company. Direct sales are blah, 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 blah. She's a rotten apple. You're not going to probably even ask her. Like, she's a no. It's okay. Put it to the side. We don't really want her on our team anyway. Okay? The red apples are amazing. They're the ones that are like, yeah, girl, sign me up. Where do I click? Where do I join? Let's do this. Like, there is barely a conversation. She wants in. She's a red apple. So we don't really need to worry about those or talk about those today. If we were together, I'd probably ask you, raise your hand if you're a red apple. Okay, green apples. These are the ones we're going to talk about today. These are the people that say, yeah, I've thought about it, but I'm too busy. I could never sell. I don't know that many people. I'm not good with social media. You know, all those things that we hear when we ask people to join our team. The old Robyn, up until 10 months ago, I kid you not, the old Robyn would have said, okay, thank you for getting back to me. I totally get it. Done. No, not anymore. This is where you are going to help her problem solve. You're going to help him or her realize that, yes, she can do this. Really listen to her and really help her navigate through this. Help her navigate through her doubts. Be mindful, you guys, of possibly what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe there's a boyfriend or a spouse or a girlfriend saying like, oh my gosh, you're not doing direct sales. That's a total pyramid scheme. Or the friend saying, oh my gosh, you're going to sell Zyia. Everybody sells Zyia. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going to do that. Or the sister that rolls her eyes when you talk about doing something like this. Those people, remember, are probably there feeding into her. So you need to help her navigate through all of that, all of those doubts and insecurities, because jumping into something like this is oftentimes very scary in a sense. It's very new. It's very uncomfortable. But we know that once they do it, once we get them to join us, they grow. They realize what's here. Like, it's a wonderful thing. So you're going to help those green apples through that. This is where I will oftentimes use voice messenger, because every time I try to type, it doesn't come across the way I want it to. She doesn't hear my voice. So I might, if she says, yeah, I've thought about it, but I just don't have the time for it. That's where I might use voice messenger and say, hey, Sarah, I totally get it. It probably looks like I am on Facebook posting all day long, but really I'm not. Actually, the majority of my team, we use a third-party scheduler, and I'll talk about how we use Post My Party or SynthShare to help us run our parties, and that we just have to answer questions, interact with our guests when we have time to do so. So that voice is coming across, my heart is coming across, she's hearing me, and the conversation flows very easily back and forth. If you're not comfortable with voice messenger, just practice. Practice with a teammate, practice with your sponsor. It gets easier over time, and you're going to end up thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I would have used that before, because you're going to absolutely love it. So again, those green apples are the people that are like, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but, and they give you that doubt or that issue. And you, again, are going to help her problem solve through that. You're going to instill that belief in her. You're going to let her know that, yes, she can do it. I'm not going to lie. There's some people that you'll really feel it. You'll be like, I know she wants to do this. I know she'd be really good at this. And those are the ones that you're really going to continue to press and to follow up with. And let her know that. Let her know that this is a human being, okay? This is not about you. Let her know what's here and what's possible here, and that you're going to help her every single step of the way. This past week, I asked my team each to type out their why on our team pages, and so many are just so thankful that their sponsor asked them. And so many are so glad that their sponsor, they kind of laugh about it now, but they're so glad that their sponsor asked again and asked again, because now that they've joined, they absolutely love it. They're growing, and they're seeing what their potential truly is. If it's genuine and you really in your heart know that she wants us, like I said before, push a little harder. Push those green apples a little bit harder. She will thank you. Finally, and not almost finally, please do not overcomplicate recruiting. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't give up just because you've asked 10 potential reps and they've all said no. Adjust your sales, adjust your cap, and keep asking, because your future team is out there, you guys. Zyia and this company is just getting started, and they are taking off like a rocket ship. You've already got a seat on the rocket ship. You've already jumped in. Now decide today where you will be sitting. Are you going to be sitting in the back, watching everyone else build and grow and succeed? Or are you going to sit in the front where you can watch your own dreams take flight? So shift your mindset, give the right vibes, ask everyone, and go find those green apples. They're waiting to be picked.